After a couple of big seasons in development, our new 30 litre pack was finally in production. And on a magic winter's morning, I hit the bush near Ilden to give my pre-production model one more workout. Filling the freezer was the goal, and I jumped at an early opportunity. Got a stag down. Came down this thick stuff with my knees screaming from the big walk yesterday, and just spied this little burnt patch. I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if I could get an animal out in the open there? And then you wouldn't believe it, I had a stag looking straight at me. I was in that little clearing. I was able to shimmy up and get a clear shot. I hit him right in the sternum, I think, or maybe just a bit to the side. He had a spectacular tumble all the way down this hill. I thought game over, but then in typical Sambar style, he's hit a tree at the bottom, righted himself and got up. So I hope he's just piled up down the bottom here. It's quite a big patch of blood here where the initial shot was, which is good. And I can see more blood down on the tree where he hit, and he's gone down to the creek. It's never over until you got your hands on them with these things. Tracking good bits of blood here. Really solid blood. Oh yeah, here's a big pool. Here's a big pool. Yeah, I got lung. I got everything. Might have to put this camera away in case I have to go for another quick snapshot, but I've got serious lung and heart blood here. He can't be far with a hit to the vitals like that. Surely not. It's the smile. It's the smile that only hunters know. The stag piled up just down here. Oh, what a relief. As he fell. Mid-morning, about 10:30 on a beautiful day in the high country. And I've just got this guy down. A few anxious moments as he took off after the shot. He went on a dead run with a fatal arch shot straight through the front there, looking at me across gully. Always a good thing to shoot a stag in the morning before lunch, because there's a serious amount of work to do now. We've got the Western Port 80A branch hunt on this weekend, and it's been a fantastic weekend. The two guys taking their first deer, 3 or 4 deer down yesterday, between 25 odd blokes, and then yeah, I've got the job done today. But with so many hands around, or spare hands potentially, as soon as I get reception with the rhino around this corner, I'm going to be pleading with them to come and give me a hand. This is going to be an awesome test out for the first Sambar to go in the Alpine Stalker 30 litre. I'm going to get that cranked up shortly. One shot with the Seiko carbon light in 308 right in the engine room. And yeah, nice little representative Sambar stag. So for hunters doing big days in big country, packing out big loads of big game animals, that's exactly what this pack is designed for. So here we've got a Sambar hindquarter from a stag, 20 odd kilos maybe in that first one. So it's pretty self-explanatory that a 5-10 litre day pack without any sort of reinforced frame is going to be pretty much totally useless in country like this, packing out animals like that. So you need that reinforced waist belt linking to our reinforced frame, back support, and a very strong, sturdy shoulder harness with lots of padding in the right places to make it as ergonomic as possible. So you've got your center of balance and your strength for that carry out. You want to be nice and upright, not hunched over like this. I've still got a lot of steep country to navigate to get out. What I'll probably do is take out the shank, the ankle bone, lower leg bone that out, get that whole back quarter in the pack, which will fit easily. Take out my rifle, bino harness pack and the camera gear in the first run, and then come back and ferry it out. I'll leave it down the bottom on the flatter country where I can ferry it back to the car. So first stage, let's get it in the pack. First back leg's done. That's going to be a lot lighter and easier to manage, broken down like that. I hope my dog doesn't watch this, as much as I love my German short hair at home, and as much as he'd love to be with me right now, he's not. Sorry, Angus. I'm gonna have to throw that. Leave it for your wild dog ancestors. The lower leg shank trotter's been cut off that, and we're left with all the good stuff. The round, the top side, the Girello, the last of the rump, the silver side. So I would have a calico bag with me normally, but I used it yesterday. I used a couple of them because I shot a wild dog and it had a beautiful skin on it, which is really rare. It wasn't stinky or anything like that, so I skinned it out and I've used up my calico bag. So I've got a cape bag in here, it'll go in that. Tucked in the bottom of the pack here, folded up. Got a rain cover. This is a prototype one, so take note, the rain covers in production ones are all blaze orange. So I can wrap a bit of meat in that, but because I want it to breathe a bit better, there's no blood in it, I'll put it in a cape bag, which can also fit externally, but I want all this meat right up against my back, utilising the strength of that frame. So I want it inside the pack. So I'll put it in here and I'll just keep it together in a bit better form, stop it flopping around. There we go. Room for another one in there. So I'll put that up here on the log. I hope it happens to other people, not just me. You shoot him in a nice open patch on the side of a hill and he rolls 50 metres down and ends up on a face like that, wedged under a log. Like this. Oh, I can't even get my boot out. Ugh. And you end up doing all your meat breakout bent over in half like you're in some yoga session pulling meat out from under logs. Awesome. Oh, come on. Oh, right. Now we're getting somewhere. The back straps are both out now. That's them there. All the good stuff. We've got both the front legs off as well. So with the front leg, there's a lot of bone and sinew and junk in that you don't want to carry out. So that's one off the animal. And when you bone out the scapula, that's all that's left, don't need that. There's just the lower leg. There's a tiny bit of shin meat on there, I'm not worried about that. And then we've got a nice bundle of all the good boned out stuff there from the front. And that's your really nice blade steaks and casseroles. It's a lot of guys just mince it up, but it really does deserve better than that because it's got no sinew in it. I'm going to do the same for this one, bone the better meat out of that, and it's time for the real work to start. I've now got that first boned out back leg down in the bottom there in the cape bag, and bearing in mind this is my sort of testing pre-production version, so in the full production version we're going with an extended cargo zip or horseshoe zip right to the bottom. So as I've been doing my hunt today and during the stalk, I had most of all my gear pretty much in the main compartment here, but now with an animal down, I've broken that up and separated it and put it into all the side pockets, which leaves me the big full 30-litre chamber basically empty and ready to pack out meat with all that weight right against my back and utilising the full strength, rigidity, comfort and functionality of that back panel, our harness and our waist belt. So time to load in the second boned out back leg. Back strap's now going in. What's left at the top. Iced in my water, and she's full, ready to go. First trip's going to be just a pack, heavy load down, come back to get rifle, camera gear, and the last of those fronts and the antlers. Let's do it.